Hello, my name is Anuska Taylor. I'm a voice coach, I'm a Jungian life coach, and I'm a professional singer-songwriter. And in this video today, I wanted to share with you a little bit more about my unique voice coaching approach and how it differs to other voice coaching. And this is also very much reflected in all my content across all my social media channels, whether you find me on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, or directly through my website. So I combine Jungian psychology within a coaching model with the technical, functional, and paralinguistic aspects of voice production. And what this means is I'm able to go a lot deeper with a client to help them have a much deeper and greater transformation with their voice than if we were to just work on the voice in its physical form alone. Because actually what we're doing is we're learning to connect to our true self, our true power, our true confidence, and our true authentic expression. So firstly, your voice doesn't work in isolation. The mind and body are inextricably linked. We cannot separate our voice from our mind. When you have a thought, the message is instantaneously sent to every cell in your body, including your voice. The trouble with this is that most of our thoughts are unconscious. And so that will then be reflected in your voice. So you may have a voice that doesn't really make sense to you because consciously you think, no, but I want this. But it's the unconscious thoughts that are really driving everything in your life, including your voice. And so many clients will say to me, well, I just speak fast. I just have a loud voice. I just mumble. I just speak quietly. And so they may not even try and do voice coaching. They probably won't even end up signing up. Or you have people on the other side of the fence like myself that have spent their life training their voice. But what you'll find is if you don't do the deeper work, you will reach a plateau or you will just go back. Eventually, you'll just go back to where you were because there's an unconscious pattern that's being driven from your conditioning. So your conditioning is everything you've ever been taught about the world, implicitly or explicitly. Some of it's conscious, some of it's not. You know, how does the world work? Where do I fit in? What's possible for me? How should I sound? How should I act? How should I be? And we all get these messages, whether it's from family, friends, media, culture, society, our religion, about how we should be or we shouldn't be. So all of this conditioning then leaves a footprint on our voice and shapes the voice that we have created. And that could be everything from how loudly or softly you speak, how slowly or fast you speak, how clearly or not you speak, how much authority or not you allow in your voice, and how much expression you allow in your voice. Are you allowing yourself to be emotional when you speak, for example? So all of that is going to be driven by this conditioning, and a lot of this is unconscious. And ultimately, the voice doesn't lie. And so if you're not sure what you really think about yourself, then look at your vocal results as they stand today. And that is really pointing to something that you may or may not be aware of, that you really think and feel about yourself on an unconscious level. So as an example, I will often work with clients because they want to find greater authority or assertiveness in their voice. So maybe they're stepping into bigger leadership roles and they want to make a greater impact when they speak. However, that authority and assertiveness is not currently being reflected in their voice. Maybe they have quite a quiet voice or a weak voice, and they want to step into finding greater assertiveness when they speak. But there is this internal conflict because the conscious mind is, yes, I want this. The unconscious conditioning is, no, this is not safe. We have to start to peel back the layers of the onion to work out, what is this really about? Why do I really fear being more assertive, being more authoritative? Because if you just do the exercises to build strength and power in the voice, and I've seen this time and time again, and you don't do the inner work, you either won't practice, you'll just practice the bits that you like, or you'll practice for a bit and then you'll stop. And eventually you'll go back to what you were doing before. So there's got to be an internal shift as well as exercises and tools and techniques to then support that strength and that power in the voice. Within the Jungian coaching model, we have specific tools and techniques to help clients access what's really driving them at the deepest level. And again, this is not therapy. This is about coaching. This is about going from ordinary to extraordinary to reaching your full potential. And we're starting to peel back the layers of the onion. Now, note, this is not limiting beliefs, because I think there's a lot of people that talk about limiting beliefs out there. Limiting beliefs are in the pre-conscious, which means we can quite easily access them. If we sit and journal or someone asks us the right questions, we can access them quite easily. And I think most people are aware of certain limiting beliefs that they have. What we're talking about here is in the personal unconscious, which you cannot directly access. You cannot see it directly. And in fact, it even goes to the other extreme that your ego will defend you accessing it. So we have some very specific ways of helping clients see it without them kind of realizing it. Because if the ego knows what you're trying to do, it puts up all the defenses. But ultimately, it's in this personal unconscious where our gold really lies, because when we start to bring awareness to what we've pushed away, to what we've decided was wrong, or even that who are we to speak with such power and such impact? Sometimes it's not just what we perceive to be bad, it's also what we perceive to be good. And so all of this is the gold. All of this, when we really bring awareness to this, we're free to express ourselves however we want. We're not afraid to be perceived in a particular way. We're not afraid to use our voice in a particular way. And we can really choose how we show up. Because of course, with the voice, we want variety. We don't want to have the same voice for every situation that we're in. If we're talking to our child or in a business meeting, we're not going to be using our voice in the same way. But we want it to be a choice versus when it's coming from conditioning, it's I have to do this and I can't do this. But it's often very unconscious. So just to leave you, our true voice beyond the conditioning, when we really start to integrate these aspects of ourselves that we've pushed into our personal unconscious, that's really where our true voice lies. And it's always been there. It's just been covered over. It's just been hidden. But our true voice within us all is powerful, is confident, is expressive. And when you do the inner work combined with the vocal exercises, which I also do, and the functional aspects of voice and the technical aspects of voice, you really are unstoppable, because now you have the tools to really free your voice, but you also have a mind that's supporting you both consciously and unconsciously. This is not your stereotypical voice coaching. This is deep work. If this is of interest to you, I would love to have a chat. If you're looking to go to the next level, perhaps you've tried some voice coaching and maybe you feel like you've gone backwards, or maybe you did reach that plateau, please book a free consult below and we can explore how this might support you in your next business or career goals. So thank you very much, and please do find me across social media at Anuska Vocals, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and anuska-taylor.com on my website. Thank you very much, and hopefully see you soon.